Hey, good evening. Call it another drive in the game over a new Brown Stadium. Today, we heard from the team's owners who say they are not budging.
The Haslams say they are, one, sticking with the plan to move from downtown to Brook Park, and two, they talked about how they want to pay for the project. Matt Rascone has the details.
After a year of back and forth on a proposed stadium in Brook Park, the Browns say they have a plan to cover the estimated $2.4 billion cost.
Look, we've been pretty clear on what our stance is.
COO David Jenkins says this proposal calls for half of the cost to come from public money, $600 million from the state, $178 million from the county, and $422 million from Brook Park. The county has said they won't pay a dime. The Browns say it won't use any existing tax dollars, and new revenue from the project would repay the amount and more.
So we've got a construct that we put forth both at the state and the local levels that relies only on the incremental taxes generated by the project that do not exist today.
In their view, here's how Brook Park looks compared to the current stadium. The Haslams call the new site a generational opportunity long-term, while they call renovations at the downtown site a short-term fix. Brook Park, they say, has a longer life, and with a dome, it will bring more events and a much greater fiscal and economic impact.
And what would you say to those who are skeptical about how many extra events you can actually bring to a stadium like this outside of games?
Look, there's other really comparable cities, Indianapolis, Minneapolis, Detroit, who have demonstrated they can drive 1.5 to 2 million visitors a year with a building like this, and we see no reason, being the furthest east dome in the United States when it's built, within a half day's drive of 80 million people, that we can't drive a similar result.
So the lease at the current stadium ends in 2028. The Haslam's goal is to have shovels in the ground in Brook Park in 1 year and then have a stadium ready to go for the 2029 season. Russ, that means they need the city, county, and state on board really by this June. And Sia New Yorker is talking to the Cuyahoga-County executive tonight, so we'll have more on that at 11.
I look forward to that. Matt, let me ask you, is there any indication the Browns have actually spoken to the NFL about this?
Yeah, so Jimmy Haslam said he talked to NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell about the plan to build a covered stadium. And according to Jimmy, Goodell told him the NFL draft would come back to the Browns stadium if they were to build a dome. Cleveland, of course, hosted the draft back in 2021.
Okay. Matt Rascone in the newsroom. Thank you.